And that's another thing that really pissed me off, and I didn't think anything of it until I started watching some memes about dusty, crusty men that sit there and walk 20 steps ahead of their wives, don't help them with the baby, do not even hold their hands during walking events. And that happened to me in Italy. I started really studying Lee for these last couple of years and really realizing it because, see, back then when we lost the baby, I had my own child with another man that did not work out because he was actually very narcissistic too. So that's a problem about empathic people. We tend to migrate towards the narcissists and they tend to suck our light dry. It's a bad thing that needs to be broken through trauma bond breaking. But anyways, so I never noticed that. And I used to tell myself, oh, well, he's not her father anyways. That's why he's being like this. He's just her stepdad. And I never used to be rude about it because I was proud of him for being in our lives, even though she wasn't his baby. But at least back then, he'd hold my hand. He'd walk with me side by side. This man nowadays, that's what's called my husband, me and Aurelia would be walking down the road in Italy. And he wouldn't even stand next to her on dangerous traffic areas until I, sorry I had the itch, would bitch at him. And I mean bitch at him. So, here we are, walking down some narrow roads, and he's 20 feet ahead of us, smoking a fucking cigarette, bringing it back in our face. So I finally had it up to here. And I got really shitty with him a couple times. And I said, hey, look, why can't you stand next to us or behind us if you're going to smoke a fucking cigarette? And they started getting the drift to smoke the cigarette behind us. So he'd be 20 feet back. And I realized, I really think it was because he wanted to look single. He wanted to look like he wasn't with anybody, that he didn't need to be with us. I mean, he doesn't even wear a marriage ring, and we were together for 24 fucking years in August, it would have been. I mean, tell me that one, Batman. And literally, he was always away from us. And it really started pissing me off because here I am trying to walk Aurelia, which is not the easiest child to walk, especially with autism. And friggin', she keeps wiping her hands on every fucking wall, licking them, getting sick off of it. It was so gross, it was grossing me out. So of course I didn't want to put her on the side of the wall. So I took her on the other side. And I would expect any real man to go right next to her, hold her hand too, like a perfect happy little fucking family of a picket white fence style. No, not Lee. He walks above us or behind us, but never side by us. And that shit really started getting to me. And then after I bitched for a long time about it, he would literally start slowly holding my hand, start making it feel like back in the day when we were younger. But seriously, when we went to Italy the very first time, he couldn't keep his fucking hands off me. We were always with each other, doing all kinds of shit everywhere. Second time, same thing with that. Couldn't keep his hands off me. But as soon as I had the baby and we went to this last time, didn't want nothing to do with us at all. At all. See, Aurelia's starting in on me for a reason because she knows I'm talking about things that she doesn't like. No, it was that Blippy shit. She don't like that show, and I won't let her watch that show. So, in a way, it was a good distraction, so I had to change that. But yeah, that shit really, really affected me. Or like when we're on walks around the block, he'll go take a walk by himself when he's pissed off instead of going and grabbing his kid and walking with her. Or when he's really pissed off at me, he'll ignore all of us and not play with her. And then the other day, he goes and gets out the train tracks for 5 seconds and then leaves. After I make a comment, oh, you're finally going to play with her? I always play with her. No, you really don't, Lee, because I wouldn't have to bitch at you so much if you did. And yeah, it's not bashing every man out there or every woman, but the narcissistic ones, I'm really starting to see it. And I used to bitch about this all the time to him, and he just called me a nagger, and that I wouldn't be able to deal with it. And I know that came out wrong, but I meant nagging. Oh my God, I'm sorry. And he would literally sit there and say that all I did was nagged, and that's why he couldn't stand to be around me. Bullshit. Because I wasn't always like this. I was a heart of gold, did everything for him, loved that man. I mean, I really loved that man. That's why I'm so angry about it and having a hard time letting it go sometimes, because I loved him so much. And I sacrificed my whole life to be with him. I lost a fucking part of me to make this man fucking happy, people.